So, next, every year we have people that graduate from Toccatatones and we hate to see them leave, but this year it's a little different. We're actually not too sad. Caleb? Alright, so, Caleb's the president of the group and everything, and story I'll tell. We went up to Boston a couple weeks ago, and we had a 11:15 flight, I think. We arrived at 10:47. Now I don't know if you've ever been to an airport or check in. You have to be there 30 minutes before, or they give away your ticket. And Caleb forgot to check in online. Now, this is common knowledge that everybody should know, and the president of the group failed. And then, on top of that, he forgot about the security deposit for the hotel when we arrived in Boston. So, we had to spend excess amounts of money, excess amounts of time in the lobby, just waiting there, spending so much time, and it could have all been solved if, someone was a little more on top of everything.
I don't plan trips.
On the flip side, Caleb has probably been one of my best friends here. He was kind of like the first guy I really bonded with in Toccatatones, and it doesn't really make me sad to see him go. He's been such a great mentor to me. He's just been such a great person, and I've always had a great time with Caleb. I started playing racquetball with him. He introduced me to that, and that's minor, but even still, it's the most important. But nonetheless, Caleb is definitely one of my best friends in this group, and I love him to death.
Story to you, add to the airport story. So the person I have, after we got to the airport, once we got to the airport, actually, we had an email sent out. That email said, please do not bring any knives to the airport. When we got there, we're going through security, and the person I'm about to talk about, Luke Rogers right here, the lady pulls her back aside, and he's like, oh no. I'm like, what, Luke? He goes, I have a knife. I said, Luke, didn't you read the email? He goes, I never read the emails. That's kind of been Luke and I's relationship. When I first started in rehearsal, the first day of rehearsal, Luke looked at me and he said, you suck. Don't do what I do. He said, don't do what I do what Anthony tells you. I then had to proceed to go talk to Rebecca and say, well, who's Luke's girlfriend, by the way? And say, I don't think Luke likes me very much. What do you think? And she's like, no, that's his sense of humor. Luke and I have become very good friends in the group, and like I said, I'm sad to see him go, definitely. Luke's one of my best friends.
I guess I'm up next. So I'm here to talk about the lovely Josh Stein. So can you go up? Now, I'm glad he can make it up here at his old age. I'm really sorry you're not singing with us tonight. He's having some problem with his dentures. I love it. I love Toccatatones. This is great. That's great improv speeches. But I love Josh. He's been one of my best friends now. Over the last year and a half, we've really bonded. How we were just talking on the stairwell by 2C, and we were like, hey, we're going to be cheering. We're both bass too. So we were like, I'm a baritone. I'm not really a bass, but I don't know. We just kind of bonded over bass pride. Bass pride. Yeah! I don't know what I'd do without you. He's always there for me. If I need someone to talk to, he's a great role model because he's been on this earth for a long time. I don't know what I'd do without you, with all our shenanigans and stuff we get into, and I'm really going to miss you. But I know you're too far away.
Madison. Is there anything bad about him? Honestly. Okay. From my personal standpoint, I'm always jealous of his fashionable choices and his incredibly extensive range of any choice, any musician. Well, call me for it. But after being away for a semester, I've really, come to, whenever you don't have something and you really, whenever you're far away from something, you don't realize how special they are until you're back in the presence. And Madison, from the first day, greeted me with Toccatatones and just welcomed me in the group, and it's gonna be really hard to see him go. But I love this guy and everything about him, and he's become a real role model for me in the group. So.
Please tell the audience how much music you can read.
I can read absolutely no.
Dylan was first, but the tenor twos, we struggle a little bit. We're a little small tenor two section, but you are one of the hardest workers I've had the pleasure to work with, and I'm going to miss you so much. What am I going to do without you? Okay, so this next guy isn't really a senior, so I can't say anything that, would be bad because he still sticks around. True. Because the next guy is Nathan. I don't know if he knew that we'd be doing this now, but sorry to bring that on you. Nathan is graduating next semester, so this is unfortunately his last spring Toccatone concert, which is really sad because then without Nathan I wouldn't know what notes to sing. Speaking of following Nathan, I first auditioned for the Toccatatones my freshman year, our freshman year actually, because Nathan and I are the same age, so it's kind of weird that he's leaving before I am. It makes me feel a little inadequate. Speaking of feeling inadequate, I auditioned right after Nathan Webb with the exact same song. Needless to say, I've enjoyed my first year of being in Toccatatones. Especially because I've been following Nathan, it seems, for 3 years. Nathan has been a great leader for me first auditioning first, that's a funny joke, yeah, but he was in Charcoal Pony before I was, and he was very funny in Charcoal Pony. And there aren't any jokes here. I joined after Nathan did, and he really helped me in my audition, and he helped me learn how to be funnier. And then I joined Toccatatones a year later, and so I've just been having a bunch of years of Nathan, and it saddens me to think that I will soon have to realize that I won't be able to follow Nathan anymore.
All right, just one more sappy thing before we get back to the singing. This right here is the Toccatone, Toccatone Toccatone. Look at this piece of work. The beautiful purple coat, which is going to go great with the blue and orange and light blue scheme we got going on here. Graphic designer approved. So this coat is passed down from generation to generation. From Toccatone to Toccatone, and it represents the purest Toccatone, the person in the group who is the most Toccatone, who embodies the spirit, the entity of Toccatone the best. It wasn't really a hard decision to make. Anthony Boucher, come have to wear it.